it's a great honor to be here today. Me as a representative of the government, I want first to say and to assure you and the participants and the people today that Bulgaria is no longer in any political crisis. We are outside of all cycles of elections, and I hear very carefully the ex-prime ministers what they mentioned, and really the important topic here is that this government should have goals, measurable goals, and these goals should be in direction to the citizen, to the municipalities, and to the business. And we should do our job on the way like you are on my place. Directly to the people with measurable goals. And when we are speaking about measurable goals, in the energy sector, everything is easy to be measured. What is important for us? On the first place, security of energy supply. That's the first pillar where we invest through the years a lot. I had the opportunity as a deputy minister to be responsible for the all strategic projects on Bulgarian territory and also all the interconnectors. But now we have also a lot to do. The vertical gas corridor, strategic project for Bulgaria and for the whole Europe. Increasing the capacity from the Bulgarian-Greece border to the Romanian-Bulgarian border. We are working very hard, and I'm sure that in the next few weeks we're gonna announce you when will be the exact date for permit for construction for the Kuvata Kresna part of the project, and maybe not more than a month later we will be ready also with Rupcha Vetrino to start the real construction there. But when we are speaking for connectivity, we have to be sure that all the previous investments also have to be secured and extended. Here I'm speaking for IGB extension of the capacity there, for future tenders from the side of Bulgargas for LNG cargos all over the world to the LNG terminals where Bulgar Transgas own 20% in Alexandroupolis as a share. And of course, electricity sector is very important. The transmission system operator is not only keeping the quality of energy supply on the Bulgarian territory, but at the moment we are working very hard for all corridors from east to west, from north to south. Big investments, and thanks to the good management in the company, the company is financially strong, and I'm sure that all the future projects will be fulfilled in time. The best energy is the energy we are producing on our territory. That's why I'm happy to be part of the previous parliament where we take a very important decision. And it was construction of new units in Kozloduy. Block 7 and Block 8 with technology from AP1000 from Westinghouse, and as on the construction site as an EPC constructor, one of the biggest in the world, Hyundai. There we put, let's say, milestones with exactly dates, what should the colleagues from the new build company do. And I'm happy to announce that the things there are developing good. We started the necessary procedure for choosing the engineer constructor. And of course, we hope, if everything's okay, that at the beginning of next year, we will have the EPC contract in front of us. And here it's very important to mention that Bulgaria learned the lesson with Belene. We're gonna underwrite a final investment decision only when we have the investment secured. And that's why me and my team are working very hard this to happen at the beginning until the mid of next year, and this project to be and will stay as a strategic project in Bulgarian portfolio. We're discussing how to upgrade it because Bulgaria is net exporter from energy, and that will be also, that was, is, and will be in the future. Just for the last year, I read a lot of announcement in the newspapers where it was written that Bulgaria is not more exporting so much energy, but even for the last year, which was not from the best years from the Bulgarian energy sector from the side of production, we export 1 million megawatt hours more than we imported. And we're going to increase this year, the year after. That's why I'm thinking to upgrade all the energy projects on our territory. The best way from the side of security of the grid, of the side of the security of the business, is to produce the energy where is needed. The Kozloduy power plant and the area around is the best place for artificial intelligence and also for data center, from the side of security, from the side of security of supply. That's why we're gonna start a roadshow in the future where to invite such companies to be on Bulgarian territory, to make their investments here, to have the Bulgarian data here on the Bulgarian territory. Also important part is decarbonization. Decarbonization, we are very careful as a second pillar of the whole governance regulation, that giving us opportunity to say that at the moment the Bulgarian energy system is one of the best balanced system. Why? We have the base load from the nuclear, we have the hydropower plants from National Electricity Company, all big hydropower plants are owned by the state-owned company. Of course, we have the renewables. Just for the last year, we have 50% increase of the production of renewables. Of course, again, I'm seeing the CEO of the National Electricity Company. We have the Pavets Chira, the pump storage hydro power plant, which is very important for us. He promised me that until the end of the year, the two of the not working generators will be also in parallel and will help the grid with additional hundreds from megawatts. But the Pavet Chira is announced as one of the biggest in the world, one of the biggest which was made by Toshiba. But we are not stopping here. With the colleagues from National Electricity Company, we are developing 2 new projects in Dospat and Batak, thank you, where we plan to install between 1,600 megawatt to 2,000 megawatt new pump storage hydropower plants. That will make Bulgaria the balancing energy monster on the region. That will help us not only balance our system here in the region, but also the whole Balkans. And I'm sure that this, in combination with the projects from the Recovery and Resilience Plan for batteries, will help us to be and to stay on the map on the electricity as one of the partner which can bring, let's say, not bring also energy through our borders, but to keep the cheap energy on our territory, because that's the most important point. Cheap energy for the citizen, cheap energy for the business, because the business needs the predictability of the energy prices. That's very important. When we're speaking for security of energy supply, it's my pleasure to see Mrs. Sloveikova from Shell. We had the opportunity through the years as on my side as a deputy minister between 2015 and 2021 to develop very big projects on the offshore territory. The cheapest gas is our own gas. We're gonna keep the strategy of Bulgaria of starting tenders on the onshore and offshore territories. And I'm sure that it cannot be that on the Romanian and Turkish territories a lot of gas, and in the Bulgarians there is not. I'm sure that there is enough quantities of natural gas which on the best prices will reach to Bulgarian households, business and municipalities. Related to the future plans, there are a lot of new things we're going to start on the Bulgarian territory in all sectors. Bulgarian Energy Holding is financially stable. All the companies inside, the transmission system operators, KNPP in Kozlodui, National Electricity Company, all this money which are in these companies will be reinvested in Bulgaria. Will be reinvested in Bulgaria with the opportunity to develop our energy system. Maybe you are not surprised, but Bulgaria is the best connected even at the moment from the electrical point of view, with more than 4,000 megawatt capacity on the borders. But we are not stopping here. As I mentioned, from the side of connectivity, we're going to rise it. Citizens in the middle of the energy sector. Energy efficiency first principle. That's very important. At the moment, we started many measures through the years for the big building, big citizen, multi-citizen buildings. But we let the single family buildings somehow in the corner. At the moment, we're developing a special program in the Ministry of Energy where energy efficiency measures to be financed directly to the families. As a deputy minister, I developed a project in the Recovery and Resilience Plan where we're going to sign at the end of February at least 1,500 contracts with the citizens where they have financed 100% of the investment of having their own electricity production from renewables. Hot water or electricity is their decision. My job is to develop future programs which to give opportunity to the citizens to become from consumers to prosumers. It's something which was talking about many years ago, but I think now is the right moment to prepare the households to be part of community in the energy sector. And last but not least, I spoke about the predictability for the energy prices for the business. You know that at the moment the government is very strong committed that we are helping with the energy prices to the business with compensation. Everything what is over 180 level per megawatt hour to the price of the day-ahead market of the Bulgarian energy exchange is compensated by the state. Compensation I see more or less as a short-term measure. We should keep and make a special financial mechanism which to give the opportunity to the business to have really cheap energy, green and cheap energy, without asking them to invest in this installation. Here we're going to develop a special instrument which I'm going to introduce you hopefully in a few weeks, and I'm sure that the business will be positive surprised of the effect they will have on their electricity bills. Thank you very much for your time, and we will be happy to answer also all your questions. Thank you very much.